Yes, everyone. How's it going? I'm back. I'm here today to look at Boxer Fight Night at York Hall tonight. I'm gonna make sure I get this out before 5 p.m. when the card starts on YouTube. Then 7 p.m. they go live on Sky Sports Action. Got it all here on my phone using the Instagram. Just I'm gonna give a little rundown of the card and just talk about some interesting fights on there. Um, Obviously, before I get onto the box card, though, we've had an update with Lee Wood, Eddie Hearn, and Matchroom spoke with Forest, and they're keen to make it happen, which is good. Fixtures came out, and there's a slot on September 9th. So if there's going to be any day they go in September, it will be September 9th. And obviously, that no one said that to me. That's just me using logic and when there's a gap and when they'll be able to, sort everything out, while having time to get everything ready again for when football returns to the City Ground. Do you know what I mean? Um, so yeah, September 9th is looking likely, which means we'll have quite a busy schedule um, coming up over the summer, starting with Sheffield. We'll be there for Dalton Smith. Then we go to Telford for Liam Davies versus Jason Cunningham. Then Birmingham for Matchroom's Next Gen show. Then I'll probably try and go to Wembley for Zhang versus Joyce 2 if I get credentials for it, get my press pass. And then obviously Lee Wood September 9th and whatever else comes up. And I think towards the end of the year we'll start to get really busy. Plus, I am going to try and bring back the online interviews. It's been about a month since I last had someone on a Zoom call with me. Um, so I'm going to try sort out a few of them. I'm going to try sort out a few gym visits as well. Going to start off on the local scene and go look around. I want to get Echo Esserman because I've spoke to Echo Esserman several times. I've never had him on the channel, so I really want to get Echo on. So I'm going to drop him a message, and we will get Echo Esserman on the channel because he just he's got to be on here, man. Echo Esserman, Nottingham boy, he's got to be on here. Anyway, let's look at the boxer card. So we start the card with Joshua Gustav. I'm actually very excited to watch him fight because he actually looks quite good, like very, very good. So I'm very excited to see him. Obviously, a lot of the fights on the undercard are just padding fights, journeyman, just built confidence booster fights. Then we've got Roman Fury making his televised debut. Well, not televised, he's making his boxer debut. I don't know if Boxer actually signed him or not. Um, so then we see Hassan Azim. Um, in this again, another fight. Good to see him out. Wish we could see Adam Azim as well. So he was meant to be top of the bill tonight, but hand injury, infection, he can't fight. Then we see, I think it's Sam Gilly. Don't really know an awful lot about him to be honest, but he ends off the undercard bit. Obviously I don't really not too fussed about this undercard. I'll probably watch it, but yeah, this is where it gets interesting. The main card, you know what? Right, from 7 o'clock for a York Hall fight night, this is actually stacked. Like this is actually really stacked. So we start off with Isaac Chamberlain versus Dylan Breesian. Dylan Breesian's quite good. Obviously, shared the ring with Chris Billam-Smith and went the distance with him. Obviously, finally good to see Isaac Chamberlain get his fight that he's been waiting for so long. Um, then we've got Aaron McKenna. Obviously, it was meant to be him versus Shaquille Thompson, but instead he's fighting Yusina Lima. I think that's how you say his name. Um, it's still an unbelievably good fight. It's an unbelievable good fight. I think he's going to be one of the best fights. I think it could be the fight of the night. Lee Eaton thinks it'll be a fight of the year contender. We'll wait and see, but I think it'll definitely be up there for fight of the night. Then we've got Vidal Riley versus Anis Taj 2. Um, the rematch is one that a lot of people have been saying, oh, oh, hmm. But you don't really see rematches at this level, especially an 8 rounder. You don't really see that many rematches, but then again, there's not, I won't say unanswered questions, but there's still a bit of shaking. I don't know what to say. Because Vidal Riley didn't exactly deal with Anis Taj like the way he's done with everyone else and properly stopped him. It was the cut that stopped him. But Anis claims that he didn't get hurt. He could take every shot, and it looked like he could. So I still I think it'll be a good fight. I think it'll be a good fight. That's what I'll say. I've kind of got to keep it a little bit neutral here. I can't give my thoughts to the full extent of what I want to. Then we see Caroline Dubois in her toughest fight. She's against number 3 in the world on BoxRec. Um, Obviously, we'll take that with a pinch of salt because box rec is a bit naff sometimes, a bit naff. Um, but that's a really good fight, and I do believe when people say Caroline Dubois could be the future of women's boxing, I do believe it because she is so good. She's just so good. It's unbelievable how good she is. We're gonna ignore that voice crack, yeah. We're gonna ignore that. Any clips of that, yeah, ain't gonna end well. It ain't gonna end well. Um, and the main event, we've got Frazer Clarke versus Maurisz Wach. Obviously, when I first spoke about this in my other video on Tuesday, I made it on Monday but uploaded it on Tuesday. Um, it was an 8 rounder, but they've been able to get it up to a 10 rounder supposedly. Boxer are saying it's a 10 rounder, so I think that's really good. I think that's really good for Frazer Clarke. Um, I think it got turned to a 10 rounder the other day actually, 'cause I feel like I remember saying it in my video the other day. Either way, it's a really good fight, regardless. I think for Frazer Clarke, and getting it over 10 rounds is even better. Obviously, I think if people think Maurice Wach will stick around, I don't know. I think Fraser really might get him there, like get him out early. Maurice has been there a lot. Obviously, he was out of the ring for a while, but then just came back last week or like 2 weeks ago. Um, just to get a bit of activity and probably just to help make it a bit easier for the board to sanction the fight because it's going to be a lot harder for the board to approve him if he's not fought in nearly 2 years. Um, but yeah, I think it'll be a good fight. I think Frazer Clarke will come through. I think it will be his hardest fight though. I don't think it'll go the distance though. I think it will be done inside 5. I think it'll be done before the second half of the fight. Um, I just don't really see Maurice Wach being able to stick around. Frazer Clarke's got that gear. He's got that push now. He's got that, he needs to not make a statement, but he needs to do what he needs. He needs to do something big, especially after all the stick that he got for the Fabio Wardley situation. I really think he will be going in there tonight with a bit more of bad intention, and I think he will take him out very, 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 not very, very early, but I think he'll take him out in a very bad way, like bad way. But yeah, that's all there really is for the Boxer card. I still think it's a really good main card. I think it'll be a really good night. York Hall nights always deliver. I had the pleasure of being at York Hall last week for David Adelaide. Um, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get back to the shows, man. I was meant to be in Grimsby tomorrow night for the Levi Giles return, and I'm so gutted that I can't make it. But because I'm not 18, it's quite hard to get hotels. Um, well, I say quite hard. It's impossible to get hotels at 18, at 17. Um, so. But look, it's fair, right? I'm making very good progress. I'm doing a lot for not being 18. Like I was in York Hall last week and I still got home without having to get a hotel and got home the same night. I say the same night, I got home at 6 o'clock in the morning. My voice is cracking far too often. This ain't good. Um, but yeah, show's coming soon. Midlands, Sheffield. Out of all of them, I'm so excited for Telford. I know the undercard isn't fantastic, but we've got Moses Atama, which is good. Ethan James, he's just my mate, isn't he? He's a good mate of mine. Obviously Liam Davies versus Jason Cunningham is a fantastic fight. It's going to be such a good night. The atmosphere is going to be buzzing. Um, Next gen Birmingham, Galal Yafai, Cyrus Patterson, Sol Dakers, Aaron Bowen. It's gonna be a good card. It's gonna be a really good card. And then if I somehow get a press pass for Zhang versus Joyce too, I'll be so excited. It'll be unbelievable. It will be unfucking real how good that night will be. Um, and then yeah, Lee Wood hopefully the week later. So yeah, if you've enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment, do your thing, and I'll catch you Monday to early next week. Early next week. Probably with an online interview, I reckon. I'm gonna try sort a few out this weekend. So yeah, bosh.